Hey guys, SpinoDude here, and welcome back to another video. Today guys, we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Jurassic World Mattel Dino Rivals Dracorex. So let's get this one out of its packaging. Alrighty guys, so here is the brand new Dino Rivals Dracorex from the new Attack Pack range out of its packaging. We've already taken a look at what the packaging looks like for the new Dino Rivals Attack Packs. The only difference with this one is that it says Dracorex down here instead of Rhamphorhynchus. But I did forget to point out that the clear plastic on the front of the packaging has some cool slash marks in it on the right and the left side, if you see that there. So that's the only thing I really forgot to point out. And yeah, packaging is identical. So we're just going to throw this off to the side. Be gone, packaging! Alrighty. Now, first of all, before we take a look at the Dracorex, let's take a look at the collector's card that comes with it. And let's zoom in on it there. As you can see, we have some really nice art of the Dracorex on the front of the card there. This one has a red background instead of blue that was on the Rhamphorhynchus card. Really nice stylized art. I don't know who drew this art, but I really like the style of it. It says Dracorex on the top. And then for the stats, we have strength, speed, intelligence, and what I thought was attack is actually aggression, confirmed by Mattel. So this Dracorex has 4 points out of 10 for strength, 6 points out of 10 for speed, 3 points out of 10 for intelligence, and 3 points out of 10 for aggression. So the Dracorex is really fast, it has some okay strength, but it's not too great as far as intelligence and aggression goes. So that's the collector's card that comes with the Dracorex. And here is the Dracorex itself. Now let me readjust the camera. And first of all, I want to address the pose that this thing has, because it has the most adorable pose out of any Mattel toy that I've found so far. This is the cutest thing. Look if I turn it like this. How cute is that? That is adorable. I love it. And I didn't think this one was actually going to have the head articulation. I thought it was only going to be in the neck, but this has full-on articulation in the head. So you can see that the head goes up and down. It's a full-on ball swivel joint thing. So it moves up and down like so, and then it can twist. Just like the head on the Battle Damage Raptors, for example, and most of the Battle Damage figures. So that's fantastic for a I got it for $5.97. It was on rollback for some reason. And then the neck can move up and down like so. The arms move forward and back, the legs move forward and back, and then surprisingly enough, you can twist the tail like so, which isn't that great of an articulation point, but I guess it's okay. I'm gonna leave mine up like this all the time so the scales and the scoots match up with each other. But yeah, that's as much as this figure has as far as play features go, but you can get some really cool poses out of this Dracorex. So first of all, you can, let's bring the camera down a little bit there. You can just have it standing horizontally, which I think is fine, you know. But one thing that this figure has that the Pachycephalosaurus figures and the Stygimoloch figures do not have is this joint in the neck. So you can bring that down, and it looks like it's charging. I think that's great. I don't know why none of the other figures have that. As far as I'm aware, none of the Stygimoloch or Pachycephalosaurus figures have that. But I think that looks fantastic. You can even pull the arms back, have them like that. I think that looks great. And even if you bring one of the legs up, it looks like it's charging. It's not going to balance like that, but you can make a stand for it or something. Great posability with this one. And of course, my favorite pose is if you bring the neck all the way up, bring the arms down, and then tilt the head down and cock it to the side like that, and bring it back. Just look at that. That is so adorable. I love that so much. It reminds me of a mercat. That's why I love it. Alright, so for a quick comparison, actually, before we get in and look at the details on the sculpt for the Dracorex, I thought I'd bring out the Battle Damage the Stygimoloch. And what's cool about these is they have very similar color schemes, which I believe is a reference to the fact that in real life, these are the same animal. It's basically confirmed at this point that Stygimoloch and Dracorex are the same exact animal. Dracorex is just a young version of Pachycephalosaurus. Stygimoloch is like a teenager, adolescent, and then Pachycephalosaurus is the adult. But in the Jurassic universe, these are all cloned to be their own individual species. And because I like the Jurassic lore, I like that they're giving these guys their own unique species. So yeah, this is my favorite version of the Stygimoloch figure that we have, simply for all of the articulation that it has. And although this one is more expensive, I believe the Dracorex has more articulation points, actually. Actually, no, I just counted them, and I believe the Stygimoloch has a couple more because the hips can pivot outwards and the arms can move outwards and such, plus the battle damage feature. But, yeah, I think these two look pretty great next to each other, and I like how the Stygimoloch figure is more bulky than the Dracorex, so it sort of signifies it's an older, more mature version of this animal, but I think these two look really great next to each other. Also, the coloration on the Dracorex is actually kind of a reference to the coloration of the Dracorex from Jurassic World Evolution, so I think that's really cool, and I hope we get more dinosaur designs from Jurassic World Evolution in the future from Mattel's toy range. So let's actually zoom in on the Dracorex here, and let's take a quick look at some of the details on this figure. So, focus please, camera. There we go. Alright, so you can see that there are some nice scales carved out on the sculpt here. Some really unique looking like scoots and bumps going down the back of the animal here. The detail isn't incredible. You can see on the limbs there, all the little hands are sculpted out with 5 fingers. Yeah, like I said, detail isn't incredible, but it's present, and if you want to do a repaint, you could really make some more of these details pop, because with the very simple paint applications that Mattel has, the details don't really pop. The claws are not painted. That's a given for the Attack Pack figures, because they're very cheap. So look at the tail. And here's a closer look at the head, which undoubtedly has the most amount of details in it. I really like the personality that the head has. It looks very cute, but it looks kind of aggressive at the same time, so I really like what they did with the head. You can see that the beak has almost like a wrinkly lip sort of look to it. The nostrils are carved out there. The eye is done in a yellow color. I like the markings around the eye as well. And then these spikes are very well done. You can see the larger spikes on the back of the skull are indeed painted, but the ones toward the front of the skull are not. And here's a look at the head from the other side there quickly. Alright, and let's do a quick measurement here. Oh, balance there, buddy. Thank you. So we have our trusty flexi ruler. So in terms of the length from the tip of the snout to the tip of the tail, we are looking at about 7 inches, which is about 18 centimeters. And in terms of the height at its horizontal stance, we are looking at about 3 3/4 inches, which is about 9.5 centimeters. But the height can be adjusted because this figure is articulated, of course, so if we stand it at the highest it can possibly be and turn the head all the way up like so, and we measure it, we are looking at about 4 3/4 inches, which is about 12 centimeters. Anyway guys, I think that covers just about everything this Dracorex figure has to offer. I think this is great. This is one of my favorite Attack Packs now. I like that Mattel is constantly improving their products, like the Ramphorinchus that we just recently reviewed on the channel has some great articulation, and I just love how the new figures are have these new collector cards that are being included with them. I think that's awesome. So if you want to get this one for yourself, check your local Walmarts. That's where I got mine. I'm not aware if they're available online yet, but they probably are somewhere. But for now, I'd say just check your local Walmart. They should have a good stock of these in. So anyway, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel. Also, leave a comment telling me what you think of this brand new Dino Rivals Dracorex figure. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. And as always, I will see you in my next video. So take care and bye-bye.